The New England Patriots and Bill Belichick have parted ways, which means the New York Jets are the team that put the final nail in the coffin in Bill Belichick. I just have to say, to all the Jets and Patriot fans that made fun of me for celebrating that win, I've got 2 words for you. Suck it, baby. We're going to react to this Bill Belichick thing. We're calling an audible at the line of scrimmage. We're going to do Bryce Huff tag and trade scenarios, but that's getting punted to a different day. Let's roll. Zoinks! It is unequivocally the Super Bowl for New York Jet fans.
Field Yates, baby. Field gosh darn Yates. Let's bring him on the show.
Come on, people. Connor Rogers is joining the show. What's up, Connor? But Trevor gosh darn Sycamore, baby, for me, personally, my favorite New York Jet of all time.
Wow, it's great to be on. What an intro that was right there.
Paul, nobody does an intro like you, man.
Paul, you give the best intro of literally any podcast that I've ever seen.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas. Oh, how sweet it is. How sweet it is, baby. Yes. I'm Paul Esden Jr. Hey, everybody, a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com, and I'll be honest, this episode this morning was supposed to be about Bryce Huff tag and trade scenarios. I got a full article, videos to play, details, but no. We're saving that, baby. We're saving that. We're going to punt that to a different day. So for folks who are waiting for that, and for the people on Facebook, because we're streaming in 3 different places that said, oh, Paul, oh, man, I wanted the Bryce Huff. Don't worry. That episode will happen. The Bryce Huff tag and trade options. We will talk about that. Randy Mueller joined us yesterday. But oh, baby, in case you missed it, breaking news. Adam Schefter, Mike Reese of ESPN, the New England Patriots, and Bill Belichick are parting ways today. That's what's happening. The Patriots will have some sort of announcement here in the near future. But I just want to reiterate a couple of things. With Bill Belichick parting ways with the New England Patriots, that means his last loss was to the New York Jets. In Foxborough, might I add. That means that Bill Belichick, who is now tied for the most losses by any head coach in NFL history, that came at the hands of the Jets. Yeah. Bill, if you're watching this, I'm sure you are. Your snap face, book face, all these things you say. Suck it, baby. Let that marinate. And let me make this quite frank, quite blunt. I said it at the beginning of the stream, but just in case you guys missed it, I will repeat it. No problemo. Bill Belichick and Jet fans and Patriot fans, a lot of people made fun of me. You know, I celebrated the streak ending. 15 games in a row, kaput. The Jets not beating the Patriots in Foxborough since 2008 in a regular season game. And Brett Favre was a quarterback. A lot of people made fun of me. Jet fans made fun of me. You're an idiot. You're not even part of this fan base for doing that. Patriot fans saying, suck it, thanks for the 3rd overall pick. I took all that on the chin because I'm a big boy. You want to know something? Who's laughing now? Because I savored that. You people, draft position. If the Jets would have lost, he would have had the number 6 overall pick. I've seen the Jets blow the 6 overall pick. I was a fan of the Jets when they drafted Vernon Gholston, so shut your dirty mouth. Shut your dirty mouth right now. They had the 6th overall pick. Yeah, they did. That year. And they took Vernon Gholston, the greatest draft bust in Jets history. So shut your little mouth. Shut it. That's my advice. Shut it. Because screw your draft pick. Screw it. The New York Jets beat the New England Patriots. And now, which makes it all the more sweeter, I enjoyed it very much in that moment. I did. And like I said, people made fun of me for it. But I'm going to reiterate now that I'm savoring it even more right now. F New England. F the Patriots. I've told Patriot people this before, and I mean it. I almost hate the Patriots more than I love the Jets, and I do a freaking show every day about the Jets. Every day. So I just want to explain how passionate this hate is. And it's passion, absolute passion. Like if police came over and said, "Oh boy, what happened here? This was clearly a passionate crime." One detective says that's what this is. And yes, Dakota, you have it right in here. 17-3. Brees Hall, the most rushing yards in his career. Oh, that makes my engine rev, quite frankly. Let's play some of your comments. So yeah. So suck it, baby. Suck it, New England. Yeah, Matthias, you're right. Breaking news. Bill Belichick of the Patriots. Kaput. Adios. So that's why we had to make a pivot. We were going to do Bryce Huff tag and trade scenarios today, but we had to check it. Let's go to Jay-Z Jet Fan. We handed Bill his last loss as a Patriot. Love it. I love it. Inject it into my veins. Yes. Yes. Bill is gone. Celebrate, people. Celebrate. Think about this. Think about this, tanking people out there. If the Jets would have lost to the New England Patriots for the 16th straight time and Bill Belichick leaves, let's all be honest, it wouldn't have felt the same. It wouldn't have. No, sir. No, it wouldn't have. If he left this offseason to the Falcons or wherever the hell he's going to go, okay, and Joe Blow comes in and we end that streak, Tom Brady's not there anymore, Bill Belichick's not there anymore, it wouldn't feel the same. And sure, would I have scripted it a little bit better? Week 3 or Aaron Rodgers coming in and throwing a million tutties on the Patriots? Of course. Of course. Yeah. I can admit that. Yeah. I had, views of sugar plums and all prairies and peaches and rainbows dancing in my head when the schedule first came out last year. I said, oh, that's how the streak's going to end, baby. Aaron friggin' Rodgers. That's how I had it scripted. But not everything goes according to plan. No, it doesn't. No, sir. No, it does not. However, what did go according to the plan was the Jets opening a fresh can of whoop ass on the New England Patriots. They smacked around New England in Foxborough. They beat them up in the snow. They had like negative 11 passing yards for like the first quarter and a half. I mean, honestly. The Jets beat their ass, and I enjoyed it. I savored it. There's some Jet fans out there, and you can admit it, this is a safe place that you weren't able to because of the draft positioning, because Trevor Siemian was that quarterback. I'm going to be honest. Trevor Siemian at quarterback is even more funny that they went into Foxborough and beat the New England Patriots. You go in Aaron Rodgers, 4-time NFL MVP. Oh, boy. Okay. That kind of makes sense. Trevor Siemian? Okay. Suck that bill, pal. Matthias says this, but now Vrabel to New England, who was inducted in the Patriots Ring of Honor earlier this year, red coat. He's a free coach to sign with whoever he wants. He got fired by the Tennessee Titans. I'm not afraid of Mike Vrabel. He's a wonderful coach, an absolutely wonderful coach. Got there in 2018, 4 straight years of winning seasons, brought the Titans within a game of the Super Bowl, coach of the year 2 years ago. He's a great coach. And I'm sure he'd be super motivated as a former Patriot to go back home and do all that. And he's 48 years of age, so sure he could be here as long as Belichick, 25 years or something. I'm not afraid of Mike Vrabel. Come on down, pal. Anyone. We'll see who they go. Is it going to be Gerard Mayo? Is it Vrabel? Is it Harbaugh? Big name? I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm not afraid of Vrabel. He's a great coach, though. But look at that roster. It's dump. It is dump. Let's be honest. They don't have a quarterback. They don't have their best offensive lineman is a free agent, Onwenu. They don't have a wide receiver. Their defense under Bill Belichick was highly competitive and interesting. Judon was gone for the last half of the year. Christian Gonzalez was really good. And those injuries happened, and they still balled. So I give credit to that. But I think that's more so the willpower of Bill Belichick than some confounding Christian Barmore on defense. Yeah, they got some dudes. They're on defense. On offense, they sure as hell don't. No, sir. Nope. So I'm not afraid of Patriots, and neither should you be, Matthias. I call this wounded puppy syndrome. Let me explain. If you're trying to teach a dog at home, to do the right thing, right? You try to teach it to do the right thing. In the old days, what you did is if the dog pissed on the carpet or something, you roll up the newspaper and you yell and all these things. The dog goes, ah, oh God, I don't want to get hit. Oh no, God. And they kind of like, cower, like, please don't. That's you right now, Matthias. Because the Patriots have beaten you with a newspaper for the last 20 years. So anything, oh wait, no. Oh, Bill Belichick's coming, but someone else will come in. Oh no. Don't be a puss. Come on, Matthias. Step up to the plate, pal. Step up to the plate. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm trying to pick you up. Dust yourself off. It's okay, Matthias. It's okay, pal. It's going to be just dandy, okay? You have wounded puppy syndrome. You need to get over it. You need to go to a doctor. You need to seek some help. All the Jet fans that may be saying this right now, watching the show, saying live or after the fact, doesn't matter. Oh boy, they could get Mike Vrabel. Oh boy, they could get this. Oh God. They're the third overall pick. Oh no, what if they draft a guy? Yeah, like what, Mac Jones? Because that's the last guy they drafted in the first round. Crazy. Everyone goes, oh, but what about Tom Brady? The Patriots passed on Tom Brady like 12 times during that draft. He was the 199th overall pick in the 6th round. The hell? And it took a Jets linebacker, Mo Lewis, smacking Drew Bledsoe to even get Brady in the game. So, again, wounded puppy syndrome. Buck up, people. Buck up. It's going to be just fine. It's going to be just fine. Let's get through some more comments here. This is great. Okay, again, in case you're just joining us, again, unless you're on our Facebook page, which I know we got some people on the Facebook page, and it says Bryce Huff tag and trade. I understand. It was a last second thing. This was breaking news. So we will do that in the future. But right now, this entire show is about Bill Belichick parting ways with the New England Patriots. It's over. And now he can free to go to any team. And that means how sweet it is. His final loss as a member of the Patriots in Foxborough was to the Jets. And I am savoring every moment of it. I savored it initially, and I'm savoring it now. Phenomenal. I just wanted to say that. Yeah. All right, Jets fan 051. Don't let the door hit you with the good Lord split you. See ya, Belly. See ya, Belichick, you bastard. Greg, that's karma for Belichick. You're damn right. Dakota, Foxborough drought finally ended at the perfect time as far as I'm concerned. Dakota, Brees Hall's the New England Patriots' newest daddy, so it's all cool. Brees Hall owns Robert Kraft now, including in Foxborough. Yeah, 178 burger, baby. Beautiful. And there you go. Gerard Mayo projects to be the leading candidate to replace Bill Belichick from Schefter. So, again, Matthias, but now Mike Vrabel will go to New England. Well, according to Adam Schefter, apparently a note just coming in live here on the show, it's going to be Gerard Mayo. Yippity-doo-dah, an unproven defensive coach? Okay. Enjoy, pal. And Vrabel's going to go somewhere else and be there for a cajillion years. So sign me up of Gerard Mayo. Okay. Sign me up. Maybe this will come back to bite me. I think not. Anywho. Dakota, my favorite moment of the season has been beating Philly and beating New England in Foxborough Week 18, no doubt. That ended 2 streaks. Jets had never beaten Philly in their entire history. Just kind of one of those weird quirks. I don't play them all the time, but they'd never done so. Check. And then beating New England, which again, obviously had been 15 times in a row. That dates back to 2015. The Jets hadn't beaten the Patriots in Foxborough in the regular season since 2008. That was the Brett Favre overtime game. And just beating Patriots in Foxborough straight up was, of course, the 2010 playoffs in the year 2011, which was great. It is official. Belichimp is out. Wow, you guys got a lot of creative names here. Yeah, he's out. He was out this morning, and like I said, a notification from Bleacher Report just coming in. Gerard Mayo projects to be the leading candidate to replace Bill Belichick, according to Adam Schefter, apparently. Oh, man. I'm going to be honest. Jets fan 051, as passionate as you made sweet love to your fiance at the end of that one Jets game. Yeah, it was a primetime game, too. I'm going to be honest. I wish I would have made sweet, passionate love to my fiance after that Jets-Patriots game. Ugh, I want to do it right now, but she's sleeping. But and our child sleeps in our room, so it would be awkward. But I want to do that right now based on this news. I'm going to be blunt. Can we keep beating New England? Hey, I'm saying start our own streak. Aaron Rodgers, healthy? Games are circled on my calendar, pal. By the way, speaking of, this is a random update. I know this is going to be a very sloppy show because of the headline on Facebook and things of that nature. But I do want to mention this little nugget as well. The NFL has announced 4 home games for an international game in 2024. That's the Carolina Panthers in Munich, the Chicago Bears in London, the Jacksonville Jaguars in London, and the Minnesota Vikings in London. And you may be saying to yourself, Paul, why in the hell are you bringing that up on a Jets show? And I just want to reiterate this. The Jets play both the Jaguars and Vikings on the road in 2024, which means there's a chance they have London games next season. And I would imagine the good people, as the schedules are being cooked up, would want Aaron Rodgers in London. So keep an eye out for that. There's a double chance that the Jets could be going to London. Again, that schedule comes out in May, but the two opponents are Jaguars, Vikings. Both of those are on the road. Those are home games for those teams in London. So there is a chance Jets are going overseas next year. Sergeant CVO, can we make the damn playoffs? It's about checking things off the bucket list, Sergeant CVO. You beat New England for the first time in a long time. You beat Philadelphia for the first time in a long time. Robert Saleh described it in the end of season press conference and the, kind of the state of the address, that they exercised a lot of demons. And I agree. There's more demons to exercise. He brought up the playoffs and the division and things of that nature. Oh, yeah. We're making the playoffs next year. Healthy Aaron Rodgers, we're making the playoffs next year. And maybe not even healthy Aaron Rodgers, because they're supposed to be, getting a very quality backup at the beginning of free agency, which I'm very much looking forward to. It's now time, as Dakota said, about Matthias, we will now own New England. We will now start our own record-breaking streak and put it on the Patriots after all these years of suffering. I can't wait. I'm going to be honest, I can't wait. And I see Dakota says this as well. When we get freaking Aaron Rodgers going wild, and that's going to happen because Aaron Rodgers, he was talking about the season opener a bunch of years ago after the Packers won the Super Bowl and they were playing the Saints. And in the first quarter, he had 3 touchdown passes. When's the last time a Jets quarterback had 3 touchdown passes in a game, just like in general, let alone in like a first quarter? Like, I think that's what Jet fans really need to embrace here as the possibility, is that it's like Aaron Rodgers just going off. The defense goes off all the time, but a quarterback of your team, the Jets, just going off and just putting up a 21 burger on somebody immediately paired with that defense. That's the thing I'm really excited about for next season. Matthias, New England could go after Pete Carroll. He actually, Pat Carroll, his ugly brother, maybe, but no, Pete is taking a position in the front office. But maybe there's a way he can eventually get out in the future to go back to coaching. I guess we'll see what happens there. Dakota, Patriots' best weapon is Ezekiel Elliott. Yeah, and that's the other thing, Dakota. Like, as great as Vrabel has been, he's been great, coach of the year and all this other stuff. Like, Belichick was the greatest coach of all time. The fact that there's a chance that we may follow it up with another is unlikely. Plus, like I said, the leading candidate, according to Adam Schefter, this is all breaking news. This came out this morning, which is why we changed the headline of this show, was the Bill Belichick stuff. Jeffrey Underhill, love the fact that we did get that win in Foxborough. As a Jets fan, I wear my Jets gear with pride around Boston area. Keep up the good work here. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, I wear Jets gear every day of my life. And I really enjoy it. So it's a fun experience. I love fully being around. Let's go here. What a year for us to be unflinchingly attached to a head coach who's proven nothing but dysfunction. All brakes, no gas. Well, again, he's back, so like we could complain about him being back, I suppose. But to me, I won't waste my breath. It's like when people say, "Man, the Jets should sell the team." Okay. But they're not. So, like, I'm not going to waste my time talking about Woody selling the team. I asked Randy Mueller yesterday. I hope you guys check it out. Former NFL general manager joined the show. I asked him, should the Jets have moved on? He says, I'm not sure, but some people outside the building would have totally switched it. So I think it gives the Jets the best chance to win to run it all back. Because if you change things, Aaron Rodgers learning a new offense or a new team coming, like there's a lot more chances for failure in my mind. Gator McCluskey here, one of the greats. Why wouldn't Kraft try to trade Bill Belichick for something? Could this mean he's retiring? I would imagine not, because if he was retiring, they would have just made it that way instead of this firing/mutually parting ways. That, in my opinion, would have came out today. And it would have been this lovely statement and all kinds of wonderful things. It wouldn't have come out like this. But maybe this is how it comes out. So, Gator, to your point, a Patriots announcement supposed to be coming later. Maybe that's a secondary bombshell that comes out. But, boy, hearing Belichick in some interviews and things over the last couple of days and things, it sounds like he still has that fire. It's similar to Pete Carroll, by the way, who seemingly had that during some of his press conferences. I do not imagine he's retiring. Why didn't they try to trade him? Why didn't the Titans try to trade Mike Vrabel? Again, all I could say is I can't explain it. I can't give you a good answer. Sometimes those things are complicated, although in this case it seemed more clear. because Atlanta seemingly is waiting for Belichick, and you could have made that trade. They don't have an opening. You move on, and then you can start with your hiring process. So I don't know. That's a good question, but I do not think he's retired. As much as I would enjoy that even more, that the Jets retired Bill Belichick and gave him the most losses of any head coach in NFL history, sign me up. Sign me up. Prestige Shogun says Trevor Siemian retired Bill Belichick. I don't know if he retired him, but definitely kicked him out of New England, so that's fun for me. Jared B., this is a great day. My thighs. Look, Kraft is not going to just let New England become uncompetitive. You know what? Woody Johnson's just going to decide not to make the Jets uncompetitive. Come on, man. Come on. People who say this. No owner. They had suckage. I just don't understand this. The Patriots were sucking before all of a sudden it unlocked with the Super Bowl run. They were considering firing Bill Belichick in the early 2000s. Do people not remember? Do they have short-term memory loss? Perhaps. Things were not going well in New England land, and then they stumbled into Tom Brady. So, whoa. The owner is just going to say, we're is not going to let New England just become uncompetitive. That's what happens. Things happen, and then you're uncompetitive. Every owner doesn't want their team to suddenly be uncompetitive. So I totally push back on this, Matthias. We do have our own concerns, but I'm totally fine with this division. I'm totally fine. The Jets competed very well. They beat Buffalo. The first Miami game, outside of extracurricular quarterback circumstances, they were in that game. They beat New England once. They could have beaten New England twice. So I'm not worried about this division at all. And then add in Aaron Rodgers, who was unavailable for all of those games. I'm good. Frank says Belichick will retire when he breaks Shula's record. Perhaps. I think another team will totally give him a chance, though. I know it was Breece Hall, but, Trevor Siemian sounds funnier. That's fair. Prestige Shogun. Yep. Oh, give me a break. Buffalo's the new New England Patriots. Josh Allen is TB12 and Sean McDermott after 7 years. Sean McDermott almost got fired this year. What are we talking about, people? You guys need to take a smoke break. Teams can start resigning their own players, Jared B., immediately. So Bryce Huff, Ashton Davis, Mekhi Becton, technically the Jets could sign any of them right now to an extension if they wanted to. So all that's available to happen. And you just need the hyphen there, re-sign, not resign, which is just a slight alteration there. But we will see. Greg says Belichick will never beat Shula's record. He won't coach that much longer. I don't know. I can't. I'll have to double check. I think he's a season and a half away from it if he has good seasons. So yeah, TBD. It depends where he goes. Sergeant CBO. Let's go through the last couple here. Offensive line, wide receiver, backup quarterback in that order. JD needs to fix it. Offensive line for sure. Wide receiver, backup quarterback. I put backup quarterback higher, but I get your point. Dakota says Belichick to LA, Washington, or Atlanta next. Yeah, I could see any one of those teams. It probably Atlanta, there seems to be a lot of interest there. LA could make sense. I wonder if Las Vegas, because they have all the Patriot connections. So I wouldn't rule out the Raiders either. JJ McCarthy after trade down +3 offensive linemen in the draft. I doubt it significantly, but anything's possible. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Patriots could draft whatever quarterback they want. They have to play our defense. I'm feeling pretty good. Dakota says Joe Alt for Notre Dame at 10. We need Alter for Shanu. Yeah, in Jordan Reed's ESPN mock draft that I freaked out about on Twitter had Fashanu drop into him, and Tom McShay had Alt drop into him. So again, things can happen. Quarterback runs can happen. Wide receivers are going to happen. All kinds of things. Let's see. Yeah, Matthias, the whole Randy interview, he thought it could be difficult to tag and trade Bryce Huff, but, I hate to push back on a former NFL general manager, but I actually have a great show to give you guys on the Bryce Huff stuff. So we will do that here in the near future. I'll have to pick a day on the show for when it'll fit this week, but I've got a compelling case why it absolutely, I believe, is going to happen, and why I'd even push back on a little bit of what Randy said. So stay tuned for that. Yes. Let's see. Let's keep going here. Let's end the last couple here. Devontae Adams, OBJ, and Jamal Adams soon. Okay, that'll be great. My father jumping in with coach available. Jets need to move now. Next year will be too late. Too many good candidates. No, I'm good. I'm not overreacting to what's available. There are a lot of coaches out there, but the Jets are running it back. They're committed to running back. They should run it back, quite frankly. That gives them the best chance to win. If you bring in Harbaugh or anybody, let's just use Harbaugh as an example. He's not going to want Nathaniel Hackett, so Nathaniel Hackett's out. If you force him to take on Nathaniel Hackett, then the relationship's already off to a bad start. So then Aaron Rodgers has to learn a new offense. And while I'm not saying he can't do it, but I'm saying it will be more difficult for him to learn a brand new offense than to have what he already has and make some tweaks to it. So that part of the equation for me makes it more difficult for the Jets to win in 2024, which is the ultimate goal. So for those reasons, you run it back this year. Hopefully you're the Jets. You make the playoffs. You win a playoff game or two. And then you have another year, as Aaron Rodgers says, of going, and then you go. They don't make the playoffs, everyone's fired. You make the playoffs and don't win a playoff game, everyone probably still is fired. So there's a lot of pressure on next year, and I have no problem with them. There are some good candidates out there, no doubt about it, but I'm fine rocking it back. Exactly what Jared B says. Again, Belichick sucked in New England before Brady, so things happen. And we'll see if we can handle our own business. I'm pretty excited about it, to be honest with you. Okay. Let's see here. Let me see if there's any final. We could get Joe for left tackle. Junior comments in on YouTube. Hey, Boy Green, you think we could get Joe for left tackle? I'm assuming Joe All, and yes, I think it's possible. It's the same thing I said about Elijah Vera-Tucker. Now, in fairness, the Jets traded up for Elijah Vera-Tucker, but he fell all the way to 14. A lot of people didn't see that, and then the Jets get this great deal. People fall in the draft. People can yell at me in January. There's no way that happened. So unrealistic. Shut up. Like, come on, people. Get with the program here. Get with the program. It can happen. Players fall. They fall all the time. There's 10 picks in the top 10. The Jets have one of them. So 9 guys have to go. Okay? And there's a lot of different combinations guys that could go that would put Joe All in the Jets' hands. Or for Fashanu, for that matter. So I'm not giving up on that dream. I think not. You would think we won the Super Bowl here. I don't know. I haven't reacted to a Super Bowl win, so I'm not even sure what it looks like, to be honest with you. But, yeah, I'm enjoying this as I should. I am absolutely enjoying this, yes. There's always good coaches available, so it should be fine. Yeah, I look to that. And, again, the Jets get the last laugh. Phenomenal. And I will reiterate, to all the Jet fans, fellow Jet fans, turned on me. And they said, Paul, you celebrating this New England Patriots win in Week 18, you told me that I was less of a fan, that it was embarrassing that I was celebrating it. That's what fellow Jets fans told to me. Screw you. There were Patriot fans that said, thanks for the number 3 overall pick, sucker. Screw you. Okay? I savored it in the moment. I'm savoring it now. Screw Belichick. Screw the New England Patriots. And I love LOVE that the Jets delivered the final nail in the coffin to Belichick with the Patriots. Go play for another team. Go coach for another team. See ya, Scrum. Peace. Bye-bye. See ya. God bless. Adios. Hasta luego, pal. Salutations. I friggin' love it. Take that L and peace. See ya. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah. Friggin' phenomenal. Friggin' phenomenal. Oh, that's so great. So great. That would be spectacular. And it is spectacular that the Jets were able to do that. So, yeah, so sorry, folks, for the Facebook folks and others who tuned in for the Bryce Huff tag-in trade. Again, we got a full show on that. I'm looking forward to that in the future. But we had to react instead to the breaking news that Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots are parting ways. He's going to greener pastures, perhaps. But I'll tell you, speaking of greener pastures, he's got a swift boot on the tuckets after the Jets beat his ass in Week 18. Juicy. We'll punt that Bryce Huff conversation to a different day. I'm looking forward to having that full conversation. Beautiful. And we'll see you guys later. We got, obviously, Boy Green Meets Woody. That comes up at 3 o'clock later today, live on the show with James Woody. That's here on a Thursday at 3 o'clock. Very much looking forward to that. And then tomorrow morning, more Boy Green Daily. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Go Jets. Suck it, Patriots.